Linkin Park. One of my favorite songs. Definitely one of the most popular Linkin Park songs back in my high school days. I think this song came out, if I'm not mistaken, during my freshman year. So Linkin Park already started to become pretty popular around then, especially going into my sophomore year as well as my junior year. I remember having all three of their albums. What was that? Hybrid Theory. What was it? Reanimation and Meteora, which is my most favorite one. And I also liked the other two. I mean, they had a lot of good songs that I liked. But I don't really have. I think. Oh wait, I have four. And the other one I think is like I forgot what it was. I think it's like Live in Texas or something like that. I don't remember what my last album was, but I know I have four. So, but the other three were actually from then friend Arnaldo. Once upon a time, a close friend of mine, going back to my high school days. We actually met right at the end of junior high. Funny enough, that was like, I think we started becoming friends, just shortly after our promotion, right before we got to high school. So yeah, he made me burnt copy of all those three, the first three Linkin Park's albums, right? So yeah, and Linkin Park was definitely one of my most favorite bands, rock bands. I think they're an alternative band, if I'm not mistaken. So I was starting to get more into the alternative, the rock genre, going into my junior year, especially having watched a lot of MTV music videos, especially the Mix one. Got that hot girl's name that used to host that thing, Marianella, something like that. But yeah, Linkin Park, definitely one of my most favorite bands, rock bands. God rest the soul of Chester, really good singer. Mike Shinoda, good rapper, right? Yeah, man. I don't know how the band can go on without Chester. Really sorry to see him go like that. You know what I mean? But sorry to kind of ramble off here. Let me quickly review game number 8. Yeah, son. Without question, I got an early touch this time on my 3-point shots. Missed my first 4, I think, because I was down 0-17 before I made the 4-pointer that led to the mid-range advantage. So I was able to get in the game, even though I missed one of the short mid-range shots. I was within 3 at the time, I think. I think I got, and then missed the regular mid-range jumper. I actually missed both regular mid-range jumpers, so I wasn't able to continue that streak. However, though, the free throws were what really, got me to win this game, right? I'll get to that in a minute. So I was only down 5, and then I hit another 3, and that got me to do the Zimmerman activity. Yeah, I briefly had the lead. This time I actually had the lead early, 22-21, only for a short time. Then I missed the 3 to be down by 24-22, 2 at the Zimmerman activity that I missed under the layup basket, right? Made another 3, and so it was, it was actually a close game right at the end of the first activity that I didn't need to call any timeouts. So, after having made 1 out of 1 on the free throws I did really well this time. Considering, I think, in all of these games that I played, with the exception of maybe game 3 or 4, or I don't know, I think I have not been attempting as many free throws. A lot of it has just been mid-range and threes, really. Or the under the basket layup and mid-range, but mostly just mid-range and threes and 4s. You know what I'm saying? So in the second activity, I was starting to miss, being down by only 16, I think, at the most. I was down 27-43. I actually wasn't down big this time, thank God. It wasn't like most of these games where I was down by 20 plus. Hell, even a couple of games where I was down by 40 plus. Here, I think I was only down 17 at the most, right? And then I was down by 16 in the second activity, and then I came right back up with like 3 straight threes. I made a couple and to do the Zimmerman activity where, the next 3 that I shot, which was within the activity, after making the layup plus the mid-range, cut the 16-point deficit to 9, and I hit another 3 that got me down only by 6, and then I missed another 3, down by 9, and then I hit another, what was it? I think I already had made 3 straight. Yeah, I said 3 straight. So that was where I had the mid-range advantage. And from there, I started to lead, but briefly again. This time I was actually up by 6, and once again missed the regular mid-range. So I was only up by 4 at that point, and then proceeded to miss a 3. I was already only up by 1. So I called my first timeout, 20 seconds to go, and instead of the 3s, I mean, I was actually red hot from 3s. I was getting a good touch. So whether I chose to do the 3s or the mid-range, mid-range, the free throws, I probably would have made the right choice either way, but I decided to actually do free throws since I was only up by 1. Now remember, similar to what I did for the closeout games for the Eucalyptus series. Remember, I ended both of those games off of free throws, with consecutive free throws, right? So in this case, I decided to do the same. So I made, believe it or not, including the miss that led me to an offensive rebound. What is it? I made 7 straight, if I'm not mistaken. 7 straight. It was 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Yeah, 7 straight. 59, 52. Ironically enough, I had that same score like after, my 3rd straight regular mid-range shot. And, ultimately from there, I went to call my second timeout and, shot some 3s. I think the result could have been the same. Had I missed another 3, which, I would have won either way by 4. And then next thing that happened was, I had 20 seconds left. All I need to do is just attempt another 3, make her miss, and I missed a 3. And boy, the series is now tied. I won this game 59-55, and my God, I can't believe it that I just tied the series 4-4. I have forced a game 10, possibly being back in Friendship Park, but the next couple of games are going to be much harder than this. So if I thought this was already that hard, watch out. It's going to get way harder. So hopefully I can win the next couple of games, which is going to be a tall ask, because these next two games, the activities are going to be ridiculously harder. So I got to prepare. So that being said, I'm going to move on to this next topic right here. So as you know, Kenan and Kel, that is one of my most favorite shows to watch on Nickelodeon. It used to air on the evenings. I think it was on Saturday evenings. I know it used to air on the weekends. Whenever I was out of school, and it was, I've even watched the reruns of a lot of their episodes, and it just brings back such a nostalgia, and just really makes me to appreciate my other friends that I have, and appreciate the good times. I really appreciate life, even if I feel, even if it was just like a temporary feel, just to get away from what the reality is now, in which this case, this reality has totally mentally corrupted me, right? Sorry. Well, anyways, I'm just gonna keep the real short right here. So it turns out, from what I heard this morning on the news, Kenan and Kel are actually gonna reunite, and they have a movie coming up, and I heard it's gonna be called Kenan and Kel Frankenstein. Meet Frankenstein. That's the title. So it's like a horror comedy. So, I mean, I've yet to see what the trailer is, or I don't know, maybe they'll start doing the filming for that. But yeah, for all I know, they're gonna be doing a movie, a horror, which is a horror comedy, and they actually meet Frankenstein, and who knows what that story is about. I imagine it will be funny, and it will be great to see these guys just back on the screen, Mind you, I still have never seen Good Burger. So, I've seen like clips here and there, but believe it or not, I still never seen the whole movie. So it'll be good to see that, and so yeah, I can't wait, dude. This just hearing about this and just makes you really excited to want to watch it. Maybe it'll really bring me back to the 90s, where the times were just way better than it is now. You know what I'm saying? So even when it comes to politics, but just I just thought I'd share this briefly. Kenan and Kel, I'm definitely a big fan of their show. Way back then, it was such a hilarious show to watch. Kel is just a total maniac, but in a really, really, really funny way. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember, like, one of my favorite episodes was Mark's birthday party, and that music is just that musical background is just, it's just really catchy. You know what I mean? So I may think about using that particular dance background. Maybe if I win the next game on Friday, which is the game 9 of my birth season tournament Shootaround finals. So yeah, I just thought I'd share this real quick, and yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited about the new Kenan and Kel movie, the horror comedy movie? Yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. Peace out.